8 o'clock. Good
Morning.
It is Wednesday morning. A little bit of a wet start to this Wednesday.
It was warmer overnight, and then it got a
was
little
warm.
colder.
Have you been outside lately?
No, Ed.
Oh, okay.
Why would I go outside? You've seen me all morning. I've been sitting next to you all morning.
You're right.
What would I have gone outside?
I don't know.
Have you been outside?
No.
No, because you were with me. Have you been
here,
outside lately?
I was just thinking,
no.
I'm like, oh, I guess it is colder then.
Well, no.
I don't know.
Because remember I was talking to Aaron before.
Oh,
and he was
okay.
talking about
Yes, it was warm when we walked out this morning at 3 o'clock in the morning, but
And then remember I was telling him I have an interview that I have to go do, and he's
Yeah.
like, it's already dropped 5 degrees.
I thought that you were like you had experienced
running
the
in and
colds.
out
Yes.
of just to like
Yes.
no.
Ed needs a vacation. You're
No.
100% right.
He already took Friday off.
A vacation is so needed. You're absolutely right. Lori says light sprinkling here in Western New York. Listen, we are in the middle of Holy Week for those of you who celebrate Easter. And for those of us who don't, it's just an enjoyable week because we get to go to the Broadway market. So I think it's a win-win for all of us.
Some Polish sausage.
Tomorrow, we are going to be live for Second Cup at the Broadway market. So if you are off or you work in that area or you're dropping your kids off at school or something, come by the Broadway market tomorrow morning. Come say hello. I don't know if we're going to be wandering around so much, but we might be set up right in front of the horseradish stand.
I feel like we will be wandering, but after Second Cup.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because I have a little wandering to do.
Can I tell you?
I'm not going to rush back, okay?
Yeah.
Let's get Aaron to cover the next cut-in, or someone to cover the next cut-in. Because I got a little wandering I got to do.
Jeff Baker's starting your what this afternoon? Your Easter Holy Week celebrations or what? Your
Vacation, I thought.
Oh, vacation. That's great. Super fun. Okay, well, so I'm going to the Broadway market tomorrow with Katie. And the one thing that I'm really looking for is a pasachodi.
Okay.
The Krushiki Bakery stand always had them there. And they were one of my favorite desserts to have.
Okay.
Do you know what it is?
No.
It's that like phyllo dough cookie with some icing on top. And it's got like this creamy, really sweet vanilla center.
Is it an Italian cookie? Or Polish cookie?
I think it might be.
Pasachodi? No, I've never had that before. I don't think. Is it like a pastry heart?
Sort of, and it's got chocolate chips on top. It used to be at the Krushiki stand right in the middle, and I used to love getting them.
These.
Let me see, pull it up.
This looks like it's got pasachodi.
Pasachodi, yeah. I don't, that does not look like what I'm describing. But if you know what I'm talking about, help me out here.
Is that what it's okay?
Pasachodi.
And so you're saying it looks like a like a
it's
pastry
round.
heart.
Well, no, it's round. It looks like a dome.
Mm.
And it's not very tall, but it has like a very Jeff Baker says those go straight to my hips.
Oh, thank you.
And it's got like a very thin layer of icing on top, like a sweet icing, and it had chocolate chips on top.
Mm.
I bet you that if we got Krushiki on the phone, they'd be able to help me out here. Krushiki is back at the market, Aaron says. Okay, well, maybe they have them there. Aaron, do you know what I'm talking about? The pasachodis. Aaron always also works at the market. So if you're looking for our boss on Holy Friday, he'll be at the Broadway market working at the horseradish stand.
I've Googled phyllo dough cookie chocolate chip to try to see if we can find what you're talking about.
Aaron has no idea what I'm talking about either. Melly, good morning. I need a nice, healthy lunch today.
I know.
We all do, don't we?
Can I tell you what I got at Wegg's that I'm really into? You know those corn pop things, and then they do little drizzles on top?
Oh, yeah.
Those are so good.
Like the little flying saucers?
That's the problem. You're probably only supposed to eat like one of them, and I don't. Aaron Mason, can I just say, look at how, like, oh, do you know what I'm talking about? He just writes no.
I know. Thanks, Aaron. Thanks so much.
No. Well, if anybody knows what Ed's talking about, let him know.
Lauren, now I'm hungry.
So
well,
what
we're going to be there nonetheless tomorrow.
I think I want to just like, I want to wander. I'm not going to lie. I want to wander at the Broadway market. My friend's birthday's Friday. If I find a better little thing for her birthday, I would get her that. But I already told you what I got, but I'm not going to share it now.
I was there over the weekend, and I told you I got the best crab legs.
That's right. Yes. Oh, yeah.
From one of the fish stands in the back.
Here, Rachel, happy birthday. Here's a bag of crab legs.
$14.99 or $15.99 a pound, and they were delicious. They were so good.
We also price tracked at the Broadway Market today. I did the prices at Camellia's Meats and Lupa's Meats, because it's really two meat places. We did fresh, smoked Polish sausage, both of those, and then we did prime rib. And then Lupa's had the choice prime rib. So if anybody's looking for prices, I put all of that stuff on my Facebook page. Oh, and John's got them right here. Lupa's fresh, $7.99 a pound. Smoked was $8.99 a pound. And then they have their choice prime rib for $7.99 a pound.
Okay.
So a lot of people like prime rib for Easter.
I wonder if the Krashiki's on Transit Road has what I'm talking about. I feel like
here's Camellia's, a little cheaper here. Fresh Polish sausage for $5.49, $6.49 for the smoked, and then they also have prime rib. They did not clarify if it was smoked or if it was choice or not, but that's $1 cheaper.
Shirley says we got crab legs from Camellia's. They were delicious. Yeah. Oh, Diane says Steve gets tripe. They're very good and fresh. I saw the tripe, the big block of tripe there, and I went nuts. I love tripe.
Have you had?
Do you like tripe?
No.
Have you ever had it?
Yes, and it's not good.
Oh, it is delicious in a red sauce. It is so good.
It's a real weird thing to like for you, Ed.
Why?
I just feel like it's a weird thing for you to like.
I love tripe. There's nothing like a good cow's lining of the stomach.
And listen, I'm a try everything kind of person, so I have tried it, and not my favorite.
Why don't you like it?
I didn't like the taste. It tastes gamey to me.
Really?
Did it taste gamey to you? I didn't.
I love it.
Mine did not have a red sauce, though.
I'm telling you, that's the way to go.
Well, do I have to cover it in red sauce to like it? Shouldn't I just like it in general?
I don't know. I've never had it without a red sauce, to be honest with you. I've only had it the Italian way. We have this one neighbor, and so we've got this deal with him.
I would try it again.
It's so good. I have some at home. It's in the freezer. It's delicious, really. Eat it with some grated cheese.
I don't know if I want to eat it. Let me throw a small fit because I just don't know.
What other weird things do people eat? How about like oxtail? I love oxtail too.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you eat? What about the pig's feet? People eat pig's feet.
Do I look like I'm sitting around eating pig's feet? And do not say yes.
Diane says we should go to Chacha, Italy. They've got good tripe with or without veggies. John says my in-laws are Italian. I may or may not almost vomit when my mother-in-law is making it.
And listen, I tried it. I didn't like it. I just can't.
It's so good. Do you know what it is? I love like the little honeycombs. I love like the little nooks and crannies of the tripe.
Ooh. Maybe your friend's sauce is just really good. And maybe you could put it on like this piece of paper and you'd think the piece of paper was good.
What about duck blood soup? I love duck blood soup. Have you ever had that?
I don't know if I have.
Polish Villa used to have it. It was delicious.
Oh my God. Here's my mom chiming in. Mama.
What'd she say? Where is she?
Mama used to make pickled pig's feet.
What about beef liver? I like chicken liver.
I wonder if you would like the borscht that my mom made. It has a very... Do you like pickles?
Yeah, I love
it. Has pickles. A pickle, like she uses pickle juice in it. A lot of mushrooms, pickle juice. You'd probably like it. It's like a sour soup.
Okay.
With eggs in it too.
Ooh.
It's a really acquired taste, I got to tell you. It was never my favorite growing up. As I got older, I'm like, okay, I can eat it because we eat it like once a year. My dad.
So funny. I am cracking up at Jeanette's comment here. My parents used to make shark and I would come home from school and go for a run. I swear I could smell our house blocks away.
I went deep sea fishing one time and someone caught a shark and then they took it home and ate it.
Lori says, I love pig's feet and sauce. Jeff Baker then wondering, ever see what pigs walk in?
Our resident farmer is like, that's a pass.
They don't say that you're happy as a pig and you know what for a reason. So funny. Okay, I just want to sidetrack for a second. Sidebar. I just got another update from the chief of police in Lewiston. So we've been following this crash in Lewiston this morning. And John, we have the video, don't we? Okay, so John's going to pull up some video. Is the crash. Look at the Lewiston police SUV here. Can we pause it for a second? When you see this, and you see the damage to this SUV, and then to hear from the chief of police that the officer who was in that SUV is okay, that's a miracle.
So what did he have to say?
So I wrote back to him this morning because I was seeing reports from another station that the officer was taken to the hospital and was unconscious after the chief told me that he was okay. And I said, Chief, I'm like, I just want to make sure that we're on the same page here. And he said, no, he was conscious when he was taken, nothing life-threatening.
Okay,
So,
that's good to hear.
You know, you might see some false reporting elsewhere, but keep in mind that I'm going directly to the source here from the chief of police, who says that he was conscious when he was taken, nothing life-threatening.
Glad to hear that, because that's scary. That's a scary crash.
Yeah.
They're still up there, by the way. That area is still closed. So if you're going 190 North, Upper Mountain Road, that ramp is closed. Military is closed from Saunders Settlement to what? Upper Mountain Road? Is that what it was?
You know, immediately when you see that kind of a crash too, you're like, oh my gosh, something major might have happened, right?
Yeah. And like, I was shocked to hear he was okay. Only because you see the damage.
Yeah.
Right?
And, you know, when you, I mean, I don't want to say, I don't know. It is what it is. I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah.
Lori says I go on Upper Mountain Road all the time. Very scary. Why, Lori? Why is it scary up there? Is it just because there are many cars or there aren't many traffic lights? We don't know, Diane, what caused the crash, but it looked like there was some sort of like a big rig involved there.
Yeah, there was a tractor trailer in the video that we saw. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
When I was talking to the chief of police earlier, he told me that a press release should be coming out sooner rather than later, though when is anyone's guess.
Well, and you know what? Again, like we said, those roads are so close. They're probably doing their whole investigation. You know what I mean? Marking the streets, figuring it all out.
Lori says that the roads are very curvy and hilly there.
And you know what? That one exit where you go on Upper Mountain, I'm sure the Lewiston police officers are very familiar with the area, right? But if you're not very familiar with that area, you know it can get really confusing up there.
Well, it kind of looks like it was right by the 190 ramp, too. So that might be a factor there. I mean, it was dark. Either way, I'm glad that officer's okay.
You want to talk Easter cross? Do you want to talk the bridge?
Yeah, I think that's what this person is referring to. I think you mean Baltimore.
The
right?
Baltimore Bridge.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, they're not rescue efforts anymore. They're recovery efforts right now. I know this is so much better to stand. I think we should petition to stand during Second Cup. But anyways, there's recovery efforts going on there right now. They were looking for 6 people. And they were the bridge workers. The people we know were on the bridge when that barge really hit the bridge. So we knew where you were coming from.
Yeah. I was reading this morning, and somebody had asked earlier in our conversation that we have live at 5:15 if there was a way to contribute. And it looked like there was a local church in Baltimore that was collecting donations or collecting supplies and donations of, like tangible things as opposed to just cash.
Right.
But that's a local thing. But then I also found this GoFundMe for this person's friend and their 3 daughters. So I guess I can read this to you. This morning I woke like so many of you with the news of an unthinkable accident. My heart sank for the countless people affected. We got the news our dear friend, and for their privacy, I'm not going to list their names, whose family has become an extended family to ours, was one of the affected families. It really hit home. Last night, our friend's husband left for work, as it sounds now, may never come home. He was one of the 8 construction workers on the bridge early this morning when it collapsed. She doesn't know I'm setting this up for her yet, but know the days, weeks, and years ahead are going to be hard, and hoping we can provide some support. They had a goal of $5,000 on this GoFundMe page, and already they've raised almost $6,000. But that goal has just been moved to $20,000. So it seems like this family is going to be in some need. That was really the only GoFundMe page that I found that really would be going to a specific family.
So our station down there is WMAR. I would be surprised if that's not something that they're following up on today. So you might want to just kind of wait and see where they go. They might end up directing you to some places.
So I was looking at their website initially, and it seemed like that church, that they had covered the story about the church.
Yeah, and so that was kind of local stuff. But my only thing about GoFundMe is I want to make sure that we
absolutely
source the GoFundMe before I'm donating to it. Like when we do them, right, we usually reach out and connect with the people who are running it. So I would watch WMAR because that's our station down there, keeping an eye on that kind of stuff.
Mallory Safaste. She is one of my favorites down there.
You've probably seen her do the 12 scams of Christmas here.
She's an investigative consumer reporter. So she's kind of like the Michael Schwartz of Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
And, I see her every year when I go to this conference, wherever it is. And she is such a detailed and dedicated reporter. But what she did yesterday was repost the radio transmissions between the police and the dispatch about trying to get the traffic shut down on the bridge right after that Mayday call was made. And when you hear how fast these officers worked, I mean, they are heroes.
So have you heard that, okay, so the ship made the Mayday call, called in, and basically they shut down traffic on the bridge,
right,
or as much as they could, right? So that's why, in theory, there were maybe potentially fewer casualties than there could have been.
And thankfully, I don't want to say this could have been a lot worse, because it's, if you're one of those families affected, it's terrible.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, if it was any later in the morning and, it was rush hour, this could have been a catastrophe.
Yeah. Danielle's having a black screen, no comments again. If you're having issues with our feed, you might want to go out and come back in. A couple of people yesterday were saying that really helped them, that they weren't seeing comments and things ahead at first, and then did a whole refresh, came back in, and were able to.
I almost wonder if you might need to update your Facebook app also.
God, those updates. How long do you let them sit there before you actually do them?
Mine go automatically. Do yours not? Why? You can change that. No? You don't want that?
Your apps update automatically?
Yeah. Why? Why don't you change it?
Because I'm 100 years old.
Yeah, but so then
I gotta get to the point where I'm like, I don't know why. Oh, the update. I don't know.
You are so funny. Barbara, thank you very much. We appreciate you. I think there was some troll here who was trying to say, yeah, we ignore bad behavior here, but we appreciate you, Barbara.
That's what you do with children. I've told Ed that all the time. I just ignore bad. You have to, because you know what? If I had $1 for all the mean things people have said over the years, I would actually have won the Mega Millions last night.
From me alone.
Oh, unfortunately, I know, really. I'd be like, to cash.
Dave, good morning. Thank you for joining us on Second Cup. I think this is the first time we're hearing from you, and we appreciate you watching here. Our producer, Johnny My Boy Marrero, in the back here, he's going to link us to WMAR. They are the local affiliate, the local Scripps affiliate, our sister station down there in Baltimore, and they've done extensive reporting in the last 24 hours about this bridge collapse. And, you can obviously keep up with updates here, but they are on the ground and they are doing the work there.
So, if they're going to go if there's a station that's going to go talk to the victims' families, that would likely be them. It's like that's their local community. So, and I think that that's good. You know what I mean? I do think that they're going to get to the bottom of like people are saying they want to donate. I do think that's a natural thought for a lot of people.
Yeah,
today.
You kind of feel helpless, right?
Absolutely.
In the moment.
What can I do, right?
This person also asking, can't we get a recap on if there were people on the bridge? I didn't get to hear. Yes, there were people on the bridge. There were workers. They were working on potholes on the bridge.
Pouring concrete.
And I think there were about 6 of them at this point who have still been... Yeah.
There's 6 that they're still looking for.
Yeah.
It's a recovery, they say now, not a rescue, very, very sadly. But it's because of water temperature too. And
47 degrees.
Right, the circumstance and then the water temperature, it's just your heart breaks.
Well, and last night, do we have a live shot of Baltimore by any chance, John? The overnight conditions in Baltimore forced these crews to suspend their recovery efforts. It was foggy, and that water moves at such a swift pace. This ship, though, as we now have learned, was moving at 9 miles an hour. So it was, it hit at 9 miles an hour.
Smash. Barbara, by the way, was speaking about the dispatchers.
Oh, okay.
And their poison professionalism.
Oh, I thought you were talking about us. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you so much.
You're great under pressure, too.
Donna, good morning to you.
Oh, Donna, thank you.
Donna says, my first time watching. I appreciate the info and your energy. Thanks, Donna.
Okay, Donna. Well, we're going to call you out then as we make our way into our next story, because I want to talk. Donna, do you celebrate Easter? Oh, here we go.
This is a live look of the bridge right now in Baltimore, by the way.
Isn't that wild? Let's just take a second to look at this, too, because you can still see. Look at those boats. They're still working on that recovery there. Ugh, it's so sad.
Well, and I think that we also can't talk about the elephant in the room here. We have to talk about the elephant in the room here. all of those shipping containers were going to Sri Lanka.
So I also told you, I read somewhere that there are people on the boat. It's like the crew on the boat,
Mhm.
and they have to stay on the boat because they have to like maintain different operations on the boat while the rescue and all this stuff goes on. They could be there for a little while. No, they were prepared to sail to Sri Lanka, so they have everything they need, but it's just that they got to kind of stay there right
I
now.
was reading earlier this morning that the Port of Virginia, I believe in the Hampton Roads area, likely is going to be helping out here. This is a cruise ship port as well,
Oh,
and now Royal
yes.
Caribbean is making some adjustments. You know, a lot of ships also go in and out of Virginia as well. So we'll see what happens here. The federal government pledging all resources to get this bridge up and running sooner rather than later
Okay.
because it's such a vital lifeline.
To build this bridge, though, I read that it took 5 years to build.
Well, God willing, it won't take as long to get it back up.
I mean, you can't just slap that together. It's pretty
No.
crazy. Okay, all right. Let's switch gears too, because we were asking Donna about Easter. She's like, I'm never going to join again. I would love to hear from all of our cuppies too. How much are you planning to spend on Easter this year? Let's include your food costs here. The average person is spending,
Yeah.
$177. Now, I get it. If you're hosting, you're going to spend money. Are you spending on baskets? Like, what are we spending on? Candy? Those
Chocolate
bunnies aren't
prices are
cheap. Are you getting Russell a basket?
No. Do I need to? Do you think I should? Do I normally?
Yeah,
No.
I think you should.
I don't know. I've never gotten him a basket before.
Do his mom and dad give him a basket still?
No.
No.
My
mom loves to do although I don't know if but she loves to do that kind of stuff. Baskets.
I suppose I could make him one. Mary said, I think I spent hundreds of dollars on Easter. On what though?
Maria, are you hosting? Now let's think about it.
John.
That's what I said. I'm like, get him a basket. If you're hosting, let's just take, for example, the prime rib. Okay. How much, did you get a pound per person?
A pound of candy per person?
Prime rib.
Oh.
First off, I don't think a pound of candy is that much. That thing of jelly beans that you've been scarfing down this morning that I brought in?
I only had a handful.
That's a pound.
Yeah, it's a lot.
My mother-in-law sent them to me yesterday, and I said, I'm bringing these directly into work, or else I'll just eat them all at my house. A moment on the lips. Do you get a pound of prime rib per person?
Yeah, I guess
so. If you think about that, if you're hosting 8 people and it's $7.99 a pound, you're already up to almost $100.
Yeah, so then do you just do the Easter ham instead?
Hold on.
Catherine, I know. She
just ordered a 10-pound prime rib, $170. Jeff says, get 2 pounds for me.
Ed's got candy on the brain. Peter says define a handful. So
define a handful.
I reached in, I grabbed a scoop.
Do you know what he did that too? And I'm going to tell you right now because it came in like a little
a
tub. And I said, now my mother-in-law said I should put a spoon in here for, the germs and he just goes, meh, just to be annoying.
Just because I know that it's going to get under Katie's skin and I know how Katie operates. So
I don't like your germs. Get them out of my jelly bean tub.
So it's kind of like having like a big brother. You know that one who annoys you?
It's like having a little brother, an obnoxious little brother, which I've already got one. So now I have 2.
It's so funny because what you were saying a couple of days ago was that you often call Paul Ed and Ed Paul.
Between you, my husband, my brother, I'm like the mom who can't get the right kid's name out. I'll be like, Ed, David, Bandit. The dog gets roped in there.
Barb says she loves the black jelly beans. I'll be honest with you.
So do you.
Yeah, those are my favorite.
No black jelly beans in that tub. Isn't that funny?
It was disappointing.
I'll let Terry know.
Does everyone love Jelly Belly? Jeanette wants to know. What's your favorite flavor?
Okay, so I'm not going to lie. So she sent that. And she also sent a small, fake carrot filled with Jelly Bellies.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Those did not come into the news.
I have noticed. Well, we know where those are going.
Those are for me.
Right. A moment on the lips, right?
Well, I'll do a little extra run today. Donna's going to her neighbor's house for dinner. Oh, she's going to get a ham for Easter Sunday. Just her, so it shouldn't be too much.
There you go. Not saving them for you this year, Ed. Thanks so much, Diane. Appreciate you.
Jason spent on chocolate from Mike's and Park Edge.
Diane loves black jelly beans. I think they're so good. I don't know how
I do
people
too.
don't like them.
I like them too. But you know what? Black licorice is another. Oh God, we have to go.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. We missed our cutoff time.
Have a great day.